Guys, it's Monday. The funds are 1%.
Tuesday.
Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Spent a day yesterday doing moving office. You'll see all that now. So that's quite a good fun day. But yeah, the rest of the week we have colouring voxels. Jack's pretty much finished it up. I'll shoot QA test it, get it ready for release. And then you're working on
the new Pixels DLC,
DLC.
which is natural wonders, which that'll be a nice part to do. Big DLC.
Yeah, they're obviously doing a lot of WooLoop stuff. Control stuff maybe, a lot of tax stuff, a lot of boring stuff probably.
Yeah, a lot of tax stuff. Oh, I've got to review the lease of the new place. Ooh, exciting. Ooh.
Yesterday.
Okay, it is moving day. Jack's here, leaves late as usual. No, that's not true. He's gone to get some cleaning wipes and stuff like that, because a lot of this stuff is like proper grimy just from being in the office for so long. But yeah, basically I've spent the past hour or so down at the storage facility that we're using, getting that all sorted out. There's some people on that roof. Seen this? This is the type of stuff we're trying to avoid. Some kids on the roof.
Wait, that's illegal.
And yeah, Kim is on the way to collect the van. So we're just going to quickly clean as much stuff as we can, get some just antibacterial stuff and just wipe everything down because it's all a bit gross. And then hand back our keys and yeah, get everything moved to the storage facility. It looks like that we are going to be just handing over our keys, leaving the door on the latch, and then this unlocked. I might say to the woman that we could keep one key and then post it just for a bit more security. But yeah, are you excited, Jack?
Very excited, very excited.
Here from the set of The Last of Us. Yeah, so we've just been ripping off these pictures on the wall, and you can see the mold behind them. We knew that this was kind of happening a little bit, especially with this one, but like over here and stuff like that. We just need to get out of this office. And sadly, all of our nice pictures are just basically, we just have to chuck them because they're infected. That's noisy, isn't it? Why is this where our aircon goes that doesn't work? It's all just for spoons. Anyway, first load pretty much done. We're just gonna get this in, and then we're gonna go out and try and unload it. Right, back for the second load. We're good, guys. We've all had McDonald's, so we're all a bit. Yeah, we need to just get cracking, don't we, and get this stuff. The desk's next, I guess. Cool. The ToastieLabs sign. I wonder how long that's going to stay there. Kim's just pulling the van around. This road is closed, so that's great. The place shuts at 5:30, the storage place, and we've got the van until 6, so... cool, we've done it. We're just about filled up the room. There are a couple of things that we did leave, which we're going to have to sort out tomorrow, but it was good. Dave's got a home over there. These chair legs could have been chucked way further back, but... yeah, we need to return the van pretty sharpish because there's traffic. So yeah, good job. Jack's gone home. He went home. We did it. Okay, this is what we're left with. It's just started to chuck it down, so thankfully we got there in time. Let's shut this window. Yeah, there are a few things that we need to take over. This is all the rubbish pile. Apart from the Lego. Lego's mine. Don't touch the Lego. Yeah, there's a few things like the cardboard cutouts and stuff we want to take, and then there's a table. And we completely forgot to pack up the kitchen, but we'll have to do that. So we're thinking we'll just pop back tomorrow and do the last bits in the car, and then. Yeah, and then you can take the van back and there'll be no stress trying to do another run. There we go, there's Kim pulling up with the car just now. But yeah, second day of moving, there really isn't much for us to do. Jack's been hoovering, and there's a few things to take down, the chairs, the table. It's pretty much it. We're just giving it a last clean as well while we're here. And then obviously we need to get rid of all this rubbish, which I guess is just going to my house until we can book an appointment with the is it the skip? The tip? So sure, whatever. Okay, and that's that. It's all done. Just the last couple of things, and then we're gone. Goodbye, office. Bye. It looks so clean and empty. Yeah, we've got a lot of rubbish. Let's keep blowing our nose, hopefully.
So now that the museum DLC is out of the way for colouring voxels, I can now start work on next Pixels DLC, which is going to be Natural Wonders. So this one's going to have a lot of landscape, lots of big images, which will be a nice fun one for me to get some teeth into. You can see here, I've started one here. Hopefully you can tell it's the Grand Canyon. We're still quite early days on this one. I worked on it for a few hours yesterday, but it is a really big image, 300 by 300. You can see there. I'm sort of just working on the layout now. I'm not too happy with it as it stands right now. I sort of like how the eye feeds you along the river, but I just don't think the river's quite thin enough. I think it needs to go thinner as it goes further into the image. So I'm going to work on that today and hopefully get this done. It's probably going to be one of the biggest ones in the pack, so I thought the Grand Canyon deserved that. So it's probably going to take a little while, but once this one's out of the way, we should be smooth sailing for the rest of them. I'm thinking maybe Antarctica could be the next one. That would be a great one to do as well.
So yeah, more on the video editing. I was showed a bit last week of the change we were doing to the noise balancing. I'm just trying to get better audio balancing, obviously using this tool here. But sort of a side effect of that was that the background noise is also getting boosted. I've used this tool before, denoise, up in the top left, but it was much more noticeable. So just been working out how to use that with the dynamics. Obviously just basic stuff I'm sure a lot of people already aware, but didn't realize the ordering of the effects obviously matters. So it needs to reduce the noise before it boosts it. Otherwise it's just going to boost the it'll boost the background noise, and then it'll be struggling to reduce that as well. So yeah, if we have a little example here of what this is doing. So this is, if we turn this down to 0% and then press play on this clip, you'll hear a lot of background noise on the air conditioning. The museum. And then as we turn this back up, so check that out. And actually back from this week. As of last week, we had that noise disappears in the background. Sure, it's gonna be awkward listening to my voice twice in the same clip, but yeah, essentially that's just reducing the background noise. So I go through, apply this to every single clip, because obviously the new office has air conditioning, which is very nice, but we just need to make sure that noise isn't getting caught on the video, and then yeah, hopefully that'll be a much better quality to listen to when the next vlog comes out.
Okay, here are some blurry pages, I'm sure. But yeah, it's the lease documents. So they've sent us over for the new place we're going for. They give us these little stickers saying sign here, which is really nice because, I don't know, I just like it. I like the preparation. And yeah, we've got lots of documents to go over and sign. I think we need to get in touch with the solicitor to get a proper statutory declaration sorted for it. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on trying to get that sorted. Might not be today, but yeah, definitely soon. Yeah, so we got the little reticule we've got here working a bit better with controller. So I'm using controller now to move this around. When you get close to a pin, you can hold the right trigger or left trigger to sort of spin around it. It works quite well actually. So yeah, it's quite smooth. You essentially just go up to a pin, hold right trigger when it's blue. It'll do a little loop around, go to the next one. And then it making it based on the controller's input, the trigger input means that when you make a mistake like this, you can quite easily undo it. So just like that, and then holding down the same trigger to undo it actually makes it correct as well. So it's working quite well. It is still a little bit fiddly, so there is still a lot of work to do. I think we need some UI indications going on to sort of tell you when he's actually within the range of a pin. But we should be able to. It's a good foundation to build stuff on, I think. And the game's actually playable now. The only issue is that it is a little bit fiddly, isn't it? It's still a little bit fiddly. It's much better than it was last week. The little issue that we've got though is that there's no way to actually start a route properly. So you still need the mouse to actually start the click, and then you can take over with controller. So that'll need fixing. Let's skip. Get rid of all that stuff. Hello. A lot of rubbish. Oh dear, that's quite a sad sight.
Okay, so I'm currently working on the Natural Wonders DLC for Pixels, and you can see here, I'm really enjoying this DLC, and this is a new one that I've been working on. I think it's called the Aurora Borealis. Hopefully I've said that right. There's going to be a lot of names in this DLC which I'm not going to pronounce correctly. But you can see here, I really like this one. I've run for a bit more of a dithering effect. Typically I'll avoid dithering, in DLCs, but as I was drawing this, it was definitely giving me sort of like a Tron sort of synthwave vibe, and I sort of want to try and like include a bit of like techno sort of design in there. I think it works really well, especially on the actual Aurora itself, this dithering effect. I think the color palette as well looks really nice, so hopefully this will stand out in game. It'll be really fun one to color in. As for now, I'm currently working on a new image. Now this is a name I'm going to butcher. It's called the Salar di Uyuni? Bolivia, I think it's called. I'm sure he's going to correct me on that in the edit. But yeah, it's coming on pretty well. It's essentially just a really flat surface of water which produces a really nice reflection of the sky. You can see here I'm trying to get it to work. It's quite a difficult one, admittedly. And you can see here that I've done the top section no problem at all, which is the normal generic sky. But for the water section, I'm trying to make it look like it's got a little bit of ripple in it. So I'm adding a lot of dithering to the clouds and the sky to try and make it look a bit different, as well as adding in some overlays. I'm probably also going to go over it as well with a bit of a white here. I'm just adding in some random reflective colors like this, just to hopefully make it look a bit more like water. But what I think is really going to help it out is that I'm going to actually put a car or a truck. I saw this really cool image of a photograph. I can't find it now. It was yesterday, but there's essentially a truck, like a sort of like travel truck sitting in the middle of the lake here. And I had like a really nice reflective property over the water. So I think that will really help it make it look a bit more reflective.
Last day and a half has been spent doing the QA testing for the Coloring Voxels Museum DLC. As you can see, it's all done here. It's looking really good in game. We do need to resize it a little bit, I imagine, to make it fit a bit better on the main world here. But yeah, it's looking really good. There's only a few pushback as well across the board. Today, control has just gone down, which is great timing. But it's all very minor stuff. Like you see here in the top left, we have a couple of pixels of the wrong color. Here on top of the tank on the left side, you have this dark grey pattern not copied across. Another example here, very top right, missing pixels. So it's all very, very minor fixes across the board. So it shouldn't take too long for Jack to get those done. But yeah, getting those pushed back, getting that ready, and then whilst I wait for the next build to come out, I'm going to go ahead and install all the achievement icons, and yeah, just get this ready for the release tomorrow.
Okay, a bit of news before my update. Basically, the lease that we got for the new office has all been signed. We went to a solicitor earlier today, and it's all done and dusted. We just need to send it back to the other party, the people who were like managing the building. Yeah, so I'll be doing that later today. But a little bit of a WooLoop update, continuing on the controller support. You can see this little bits of UI, so you can press A to zoom in now, and then you've got these two little, I guess, indicators that are showing you like left trigger and right trigger. And you can see that like when you hold down the left trigger, it sort of like activates, and based on how much you press down on the trigger is how much the arrow moves. It's quite satisfying actually. I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. I'm not 100% sure on the actual trigger icons, but the arrows I'm quite happy with. The idea is that when you are near a pin, you should be able to like have these things pop up, basically indicating, okay, now you can connect to this, and you can hold right trigger to spin around it. Yeah, it seems to be quite good. I think I just need to work out a system to essentially hide them when it's over here and it's not relevant, but when you get close, it highlights to say, okay, you're locked on, now you can start holding the triggers. So I've been kind of stuck in build hell all day. We needed a Coloring Voxels build, and that took about 2.5 hours, something like that. So I've just sort of been trying to find things to look busy on my computer, I guess so. So I've been looking at our possible branding stuff that we've been looking at, changing everything up, basically for the new move when we move office. I want to change our branding because right now it's all quite dull. We've got our website to ToastieLabs. So you can see here that all the branding is very just like, it's like pure RGB, like black and white. It's not very like coherent, so we've got like a lot of rounding like for the text and stuff like that, but then actually like the images and things like that are just like everything's on a right angle. There's just a lot of mismatching going on, so we need to sort of like address that and properly get our house in order. So I've just been toying around with some of the assets that we got contracted for a little bit ago, and just sort of trying to change it for our purposes, getting our font in there and playing around with some colors. So I think we kind of like the idea of having like sort of like a cozy brown autumny colors for the online presence stuff, but then we also need to think about possibly having a like public front. So for that, we might be thinking about more like blue colors, and then just changing the little like text underneath as well, just so that when people like go on our website and they are either looking for our online games, or if they're in the area looking for some like experiences to actually visit the office, then they can quite easily just navigate to the right part of the website. So yeah, that's kind of looking cool. I just did a few mock-ups of what our like actual profile icons might look like as well. Guess which one this is? That's me, obviously, because I can never see. I can at the moment, but yeah. And then Jack sort of like, he said he looks like Mr. T, and yeah, I agree. Yeah, just a bit of fun. We'll do more planning and stuff on it next week, I think. But yeah, it's nice to have a little start.
Okay, so I've just wrapped up the stream for today, and we actually did something a little bit different than usual. Typically, I've been avoiding doing Pixar over the past few streams just because it's really hard setting up the iPad. It can sometimes cut off, and it makes the stream a bit awkward to do. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to actually try and learn Asprite, which is sort of, you know, the sort of industry standard pixel art program that I just don't typically use. I've always had it for a while. I think Rob got it for me quite early on when I joined the company, but I just never really used it, and I really want to sort of get used to using it because it's got a lot of different techniques you can use. Pixar is a really good program, but it doesn't have all the sort of features that you'd want. And this definitely does. So I was trying to practice around during the stream today, and I started drawing the Devil's Tower, I think it's called. And it looks pretty good. I didn't get it finished, obviously. I'm still a little bit slow using Asprite, but I got pretty far, further than I thought. And yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to try get used to this more, because I really like the stuff you can do. Lee was showing me during the stream that you can sort of make custom brushes. So you can see here I've got a lot of different brushes in here that I've been using sort of to like just draw in different kind of stuff. So this really helped with the grass and things. So if we go here, you sort of like make your own brushes and sort of add a little bit of texture here and there. It's not something that I would use all the time, but it's something that really helps pad out a lot of the detail. So yeah, definitely a fun one, and you know, we'll see if we can continue using the software.
There's been a bunch of colouring voxels work today, so making sure the achievements uploaded and working. I wrote them yesterday, but didn't publish them until today because I'm waiting for the build to come out. And I localised them more today as well, which didn't take as long as normally does, which is always good. And as you can see, they're all working. That's great. I got all the announcements ready for tonight as well, so that's all tied away. And then sort of just a bit different task for today was the Natural Wonders book. So Jack's been working on this through it this week, as you've seen, and we've got enough now to send the store page off. So we created the icon up in the top right, got some in-game screenshots, and yeah, that's been sent off to Steam just now, as you can see it's in beta up at the top. So this isn't live just yet, but hopefully this will get approved over the weekend, and then we can make it live on Monday, or at least near the start of next week, in time for all the announcements for this DLC coming out as well.
Guys, it's the weekend.
It is, yeah. Ooh, busy week. We have a DLC coming out today, which is the Museum DLC. That'll be out for you guys already, so make sure you check that out for coming voxels. And other than that, it's just going into March, so we have the Natural Wonders DLC coming out in a few weeks' time. Its store page should hopefully be live by now, so check that out here. And then voxels, we're not too sure what it is yet because the poll's still live, but that might be out as well, the store page, so have a look for that. And then we'll have a WooLoop DLC at the end of the month as well, which is the computers DLC. And yeah, just check all those out.
That's it anyway. Yeah, thank you to all our Discord members, our Patreon members as always, everyone who joins the stream. Also not forgetting to thank. And we've just moved into a new office, so we'll move stuff out of the old office, so we'll thank Kim, because she helped us a lot.
Yeah.
There we go.
We just got news about the new office as well, so yeah. Thanks Kim again.
So, yeah.